It definitely, something was closing up his air. Afraid my son was gonna stop breathing.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
2.5. Hey guys, right now I can celebrate life.
Hello faithful few, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hey, I'm new here too. So my name is Faith and I'm a mom to a 10-month-old, and this is my random YouTube channel of videos of how I survive mom life. But today I am sitting by the fire. I don't know if you can see that. Story time. I was literally just thinking about how my life is so boring as a mom and I don't even know like what to make videos about or how I'm ever gonna make videos and content. And I was like, my life is so boring, I do nothing. And then literally at that exact same moment I remembered, oh, well last night I spent the night in the ER. So I figured I should tell you guys that story because I actually, before we like rushed out of the house, I searched on YouTube and was looking for videos to help me know if I should go to the ER or not, and there wasn't anything. So let me just dive in. My son has been coming down with some allergies or something. I have the same kind of thing, like a scratchy throat and runny nose. Of course, his is worse. I took him to the doctor and the doctor was saying that all of that is kind of messing with his fluids and his all up here.
All the fluids.
And it's causing a slight ear infection in one of his ears. It wasn't even like a full ear infection. And she was like, we can put him on medicine, but we could also just wait and see. Finally, she was just like, you know what? I'm gonna put him on medicine. I was like, okay, cool. She randomly threw out there, like, if he starts showing any signs of an allergic reaction, like, let me know. It's Amoxicillin. Usually people get like hives all over and start wheezing and can't really breathe. And I was like, okay. So new mom syndrome, I was like, oh my goodness, I have to remember that, right? But I also like didn't really think that was gonna happen. I gave the first dose to my son right before bedtime, which probably wasn't the smartest thing for me to do. Which probably wasn't the
Smartest thing for me to do.
And literally within 10 minutes, I was nursing him and he started like noticeably wheezing, like severely. So we freaked out. We didn't even stop and like look for a rash. I mean, I might have glanced at his hands or something, but we freaked out. He was wheezing, his cough got worse, he couldn't feed, and I did not feel safe putting him down to sleep if it was questionable whether or not he'd be able to breathe. My husband and I, we live out in the country. We live like 30 minutes from town. So we didn't want to take any risks and then not have enough time to get to town. It definitely, something was closing up his airways. We jumped in the car. I literally went in like pajama pants and like a crappy bra and sped to town. So dramatic, so scary. I mean, this is my first child and he's literally sitting in his car seat going, and it was probably one of the scariest like 20-30 minute car rides I've ever had. We finally got to the ER. I sprint out of the car with my son, run to the desk. Lady's like taking forever to spell my son's name because it's a complicated name. Winchester, like the rifle. Anyway, they take us back into this little room. They have this nurse like checking all his vitals and he's like got 100% oxygen and his like blood pressure's pretty good and like everything's seeming good, but he's like openly wheezing and having a hard time breathing. So anyway, they decided to do a lot of tests on him, x-rays, take like a mucus sample, all those kinds of things. And there still wasn't like a clear answer, but the doctors felt pretty sure that he was okay. He was safe to go to sleep for the night and all those kinds of things. And so they sent us home with an inhaler. And so they got him a new prescription and all like that. We're not 100% certain if it was an amoxicillin reaction because he didn't get a rash or anything, but it could have just been his sinuses and stuff getting worse, which also doesn't make sense though because he started wheezing right after I gave him his first dose. So the protective mom side of me is just like,
he's allergic and we need everybody to know and we need to put it on his files and we need nobody to ever give him amoxicillin ever again.
But I mean, you also don't want to be that mom that's like, my son is allergic to the sun. You know, if he's not actually allergic to the sun, you're just saying that. I don't know if that makes any sense. Basically, the doctor said if he does take it again and he is indeed allergic, his reactions will only be worse. So it's not really worth the risk. I just want to encourage any moms out there who's starting to freak out. I just gave my son amoxicillin and he's, wheezing, or she's, kind of getting a rash and breathing kind of hard. Like, just go. Like, you will never regret being safe and checking on your child's health. And the weird thing about his wheezing, it was going away and then coming in huge waves, and then going away and coming in huge waves. And now that we've got him off the amoxicillin and on something else, he's still having some wheezing. So either way, I think it's so important for us as moms to encourage each other, to do our very best to protect our children, and to fight for answers. And of course, just to be super careful with everything that we're putting into our children's bodies. So anyway, maybe you're going through a similar thing and you're asking those questions. Hopefully this video is helpful for you, and I just pray all the safeties over your child. If you have a similar instance, or if you know of freaky instances like this, tell me down below in the comment box, because I really want to know more about this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Stay faithful.